Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Supernatural. Last episode was sorry man, my nose has been a bit funny today. I had the swabs earlier on for the virus that's going around just to make sure I haven't got it because I have to go into hospital next week for like a little thing. But my nose has been feeling funny ever since. Have any of you had the swab? Does it not feel like they're trying to launch a cotton swab back into your brain because they just can't push it back? And last episode was Route 666. And that was quite a funny one in some ways. Like, funny because I don't know how I feel about it. Like, elements of the episode I loved. The backstory was quite important and heartbreaking and quite a deep one, which was funny because it was in an episode about a ghost truck, which I didn't really get into all that much. Like, it was okay. The ghostly truck was a little bit silly, I suppose. But the best parts of that episode were the backstory and Dean's relationship with Cassie. It was nice to see a different side to him, and she kind of really brought out that kind of like the sweetness, I guess, in him a little bit, like the softer side to Dean. But obviously she's not around anymore, so it's back to Dean as normal, I imagine. This episode is called Nightmare, and I don't know what it's about. I normally try and guess. There's not really much to go off with that name. It could be anything really, because it's quite a generic name. If I'm going off the episode of Buffy that's called Nightmares, that was about nightmares coming to life. And I can imagine Supernatural would do something similar, but I don't imagine they would call it the same thing. I don't know. Maybe it could be about nightmares. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit nervous because I always say that I'm nervous. I do it all the time. But one of my commenters a while ago did say they're looking forward to me reacting to Nightmare. So I'm going to guess it's either an important episode or just a really good episode or both. But yeah, let's jump into Nightmare. Okay, on this like previously on, they're showing Jessica, they're showing Mum dying, they're showing the dad. So I'm guessing it's like quite an important mythology episode. But does anyone really hate that in shows where they show a previously on and it spoils what's going to happen in the episode, like a character coming back? It always makes me laugh in American shows because in the UK I've not seen them anyway. We don't tend to have a lot of electronic garage doors. That's not good. Maybe try breaking a window. Is this ghost maybe trying to make it look like a suicide? Because that's what a lot of people do, unfortunately. Is shut themselves in like the garage, shut all the car windows and doors, and turn the one of Sam's visions. Okay. Interesting. We don't usually see them in that much detail.
Sammy, relax. I'm sure it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean,
but we know he's had these visions before that came true, but were...
This license plate, it won't check out.
Yeah, that one on Home came true, didn't it? Where the lady was at the window.
Like when I dreamt about our old house and Jessica.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. You're dreaming about our house.
Oh, don't shut down his visions that like... Surely you'd want to at least have a look into it.
Yes, I'm Jim Miller, Saginaw, Michigan.
See?
You have a street address?
Oh, looks like they're too late. Why would you send him a vision if you couldn't get there in time? What's the point? Well, on Angel, when a character gets visions, I won't spoil it, they get them because there's enough time to go and save them.
What happened?
Suicide. I can't believe it.
I knew they were going to make it look like suicide.
Did you know him?
I heard they found him in the garage, locked inside his car with the engine running.
Oh.
Do you know
Beth Broderick, is that Zelda from Sabrina?
An hour or two ago.
The original Zelda on the old Sabrina show. God, that was my entire life when I was a kid. I loved Sabrina. I've got the box set now because I'm so cool. I love Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Are they dressed as priests? Oh,
Good afternoon.
that's
I'm Father
highly inappropriate, boys.
Freely. We're new junior priests over at St. Augustine.
Pretty hot priest, alright.
May we come in?
Can you imagine if your priest was that hot, though?
Difficult times
Whew.
like these when...
Hey.
Excuse me.
Hi, Zelda.
That'd be great.
I think she had a bit of work done since the 90s.
I just don't understand how Jim could do something like
Don't cry, Zelda. I will call her Zelda throughout the entire episode, so if you don't like it, Might want to switch off.
Our son, Max. He was the one who found it.
Oh shit.
Weird leaks. Electrical shortages.
Oh, is he trying to find out if there's like other... Are they signs of like a poltergeist or a ghost of some sort?
No, nothing like that. It's been perfect.
So not a poltergeist.
So when you found your dad,
Oh,
I woke up.
poor kid.
I heard the engine running.
Can you imagine if you found your... Ugh, don't you want to talk about it? Nope.
I don't know why he did it.
What on earth is that? What is that, Dean? It's like super high tech compared to a lot of the stuff they normally use, just like shotguns, holy water, and this is some thing with lasers attached to it. I'm guessing it's like a ghost hunting tool.
maybe it's just that. Gosh.
You alright, Sam?
Disconnected to Jim. In some other way.
Is he getting another vision? Because if he is, this really reminded me of Angel. Yeah, he's getting another vision. And that's the guy's brother, right? So maybe the family are haunted by a ghost of some sort. I've watched way too many ghost films. I would be out of there. Or I'd be thinking that there's someone's outside somehow opening it from the other side. No. Don't do that. Don't be silly now. Oh. But they can't think this one's suicide because... Or an accident, like, because... The window... If the window just fell, it might hurt your neck, but it would have to fall with such force that it would break down through the skin and the bone or whatever if it beheaded him. That would it'd be impossible for it just to fall that with that much force, so it would have to be pushed. Surely.
They're getting more intense and painful.
Come on, man. It'll be all right. You'll be fine.
What is it about the
Dean.
Millers? Why am I connected to them? Why am I watching
I
them
do
die?
think that the reason Dean doesn't want to talk about it is because he's scared.
Why the hell is this happening to me?
I feel like you're too late, boys, again. Close this time, though. Yeah. Ugh.
Both our families are cursed.
Our family's not cursed. We just had our dark spots.
So how was it in that house when you were a kid?
It's fine. Why?
All good memories? Do you remember anything unusual? Something involving your father and your uncle, maybe?
No.
Why do you ask?
They didn't. Did they?
Just a question.
No, there was nothing. We were totally normal. Happy.
I'm hoping I'm reading too much
You
into
must be
this,
exhausted. We should-
but I feel like they abused him. Don't know to what extent.
See when he was talking about his old house?
God, they look hot as priests.
He isn't telling us everything. So, what's this about? That poor kid okay?
What do you mean?
Poor kid.
Well, in my life, I've never seen a child treated like that. I mean, I'd hear Mr. Miller yelling and throwing things clear across the street. He was a mean drunk. He used to beat the tar out of Max.
I'm glad he's dead now, though.
Was a stepmother. She just stand there, checked out, never
Zelda.
lifted her finger to protect him. I must have called the police 7 or 8 times.
Oh, that winds me up. What
You said stepmother.
I hate.
I think his real mom died. Some sort of accident, car accident, I think.
Okay.
Are you okay there?
What?
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Is he having another
Yeah,
vision?
thank you.
I'll say what I was going to say in a minute. I think it's her time to die.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the point.
You didn't do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't stand abuse, child abuse of any sort.
Stop them, not once.
But it's also just as bad just to stand around and do nothing about it. Because you're partly to blame, you're not...
Max!
You're not solving the problem. You're part of the problem. Oh, that'll be scary.
For every time you stood there and watched.
Do it.
pretending
I love you,
wasn't
Zelda, but
happening.
hard knife her. And nice. I mean, it's morally questionable. Is it right to kill them when they abused him all his life? No, it's not right. But
You sure about this?
would anybody want to do any different? No, I don't think
How's he
so.
pulling it off? Say, Max is a monster. He's already killed 2 people, now he's gunning for a 3rd.
He's not a monster. That's definitely not right. Like,
To want revenge on those
you might not
people,
agree
I'm
with what he's
sorry,
doing,
but
and it
it's
maybe
not
isn't the
that
right
insane.
approach.
Doesn't justify murdering your entire family.
But he's not a monster.
You didn't stop them, not once.
Hey, they managed to stop it.
What are you doing here?
You're not concerned by the fact that they just busted through your front door.
Max, could we,
I want 2 honky men to burst through my front door. Should never brought that gun in, that's what I said before. Shouldn't bring a gun to a knife fight.
Max, what's happening?
Shut up!
What are you doing?
Oh, punch.
I said shut up!
Says you're out,
Calm
bitch.
down. One can help me.
let me try. We'll just
I
talk.
feel really bad for
Me
him.
and you.
Maybe, I don't know if I should,
Out of here.
because he's killing people,
way.
but
Nobody leaves this house.
I just feel sorry for him.
All right.
Because they made him who he is today.
Shame I'm not.
They're still doing it. Well, they did.
My dad still hit me.
They're still doing it to
Just in
him.
places people wouldn't see it.
They're
Full
dead
house
though.
die hard, I guess.
I'm so happy they're dead now. They deserved a more painful death than what they got.
And then I knew what I had to do.
Why didn't you just leave?
It wasn't about
No. Oh. One of my pet hates. Oh, I'm really pissed off that Sam said that. One of my pet hates about abusive relationships is when people say, why don't they just leave?
She died in your nursery.
there was a fire. And he'd get drunk and babble on like she died in some insane
Wait.
way. He said that she burned up, pinned to the ceiling.
What? What? So the mums died in the same way, so the same demon that came for them has come for
What
him
happened to my mom too?
in the past.
Exactly the same. My nursery, my crib. My dad saw her on the ceiling.
But why? Okay, because they both got different like psychic abilities. There's some link between the two.
My brother. You don't have to go through all this by yourself.
I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised he can't let it go. It's
No.
he literally doesn't know any other life, so. Oh. Be careful,
It's
Dean.
not about you.
Someone's gonna get
You wanna
hurt.
kill her, you gotta go through me first.
Okay.
Oh. What? This has got to be a vision, right? Please tell me it's a vision. Okay. Like I don't know why. I just for a second thought that it could have been real because I panicked then, but. Did he just move that? Yeah, I think he did. What? So Sam has telekinesis now?
But this, what you're doing, it's not the solution.
You're right.
No, 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 no.
No!
Oh. Poor guy. He just doesn't know anything but pain.
These
And
two? Where did Max get the gun?
I don't know.
I think she's protecting the boys because she feels
It's all
guilty.
right, Mrs. Miller.
And so she should. I mean,
I've lost everything.
I have a soft spot for her because she's Zelda. But
Okay.
what she did was unforgivable.
We're lucky we had Dad.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
I guess it put things into perspective.
Could have gone a whole other way after Mom.
Whilst
Had Max's childhood.
I don't agree with how the dad raised the kids because of his control, compared to this family,
Turned out okay.
it was a fucking angel.
Thanks to him.
I guess until you see that comparison, you don't really realise the good parts of the dad's relationship. So that's a nice thing that they showed that.
That big cabinet against the door. I moved it.
Okay, good. Honesty.
A little bit more upper body strength than I gave you credit for.
No, man, I moved it. Like Max.
Oh.
I feel uneasy now.
Aren't you worried, man? Aren't you worried that I could turn into Max or something?
I think he's...
Nope.
Yes, you are.
You know why?
Definitely worried.
No. Why?
What? Come on. Crab stable? We'd clean up.
I don't like that face. Okay, that was a really good episode. We found out some really important things. So, I'm going to try and get this all straight in my head, but... So this dude, Max, and Sam, both had psychic abilities. Sam had visions, and we discovered that he has telekinetic powers as well. And this dude has telekinetic powers. Their mums both died on the ceiling, above the cribs, being burned alive. Like I said, the guy, Max, looks younger, but I didn't know whether there was some merit to if they were born on the same day. Maybe the demon that killed the parents was related to their birth somehow. I don't know if that's even remotely right. It's probably not. Or maybe he's just going after kids that are psychic, and it's not even that he's going after them because he killed the mum. So, yeah, but that doesn't explain why he killed Jessica. That is interesting to me. I mean, I don't know why he killed the mums either, but I don't know, they just seem like, because he killed the mums, that's like a common thing that he did with the kids, or at least the two kids. I'm presuming there's more. And yet, with Sam, he went back and killed Jessica as well. He, she, it, whatever it is. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot more to come with that story, but it's interesting that they found out more information. And when Sam moved that wardrobe, I don't think I'm not the kind of YouTuber that's going to be like, oh my god, like what the hell? Like that's not natural to me. I don't react in that way to things particularly. I'm just quite an introvert at times. But inside, my mind was like, it just, I don't know. I think it probably is well because, like I said, the very first episode of this show, I have seen the odd bit of Supernatural over the years, but it has been like over 10 years since I watched it. And even then, it was only like a couple episodes. And I don't remember Sam being like a telekinetic Superman. Do you like in childhood they can just move things all over the place with their hands or their or their minds or whatever? I don't remember Sam being like that. So whether he doesn't use it much or whether it just gets lost somehow, I'm not sure. But yeah, the whole telekinesis thing is something I didn't expect to happen. So that's super interesting. The main storyline with Max and his family, it was hard. And what I tried to say throughout the episode, but I don't want to keep talking over stuff, is it really frustrated me when Sam said, why didn't you just leave? Because I briefly mentioned that, yes, I was in a relationship a number of years ago, maybe 8 years ago now, got out of it, that was pretty abusive, and I might do a video on it someday. I don't know whether this is the place, I'm not sure. But it's something that I really hate, because I've seen it said online, but there's always trolls online, and I've seen it said in front of me about other people, not about me, but about when there's documentaries or people in the news, they talk about abusive relationships, someone always says, why don't they just leave? I don't get it. And that upsets me so much, because until you're in that situation, you don't know how much that you're mentally screwed with. That you're made to believe that everything is your fault. You deserve every punch, every kick, even if it's just mental abuse, every swear word, every name they call you, every time they shout at you, every blame that you get, everything that's your fault. it's easy to say, well, that just get out of it. It's not, you know, it's not your fault. But when you're in it, you're made to believe it, and you do believe it. They're so good at manipulation and abuse that you do believe it's your fault. I'm not going to go into all of it today because it's important to talk about it, but I don't want to get too in-depth with this review because I think a lot of people will just switch off. But yeah, so I can't blame Max for what he did. He had 20 odd years of... It looked like it was just physical abuse, and it wasn't the thing I was worried about as more the sexual stuff. But yeah, I can't blame him for what he did at all, Max. I would have done the same thing if I had telekinetic powers. I know full well if in that situation I would have used it to get revenge. I think it's quite a human trait, and I'd be very surprised if there was people that wouldn't. So please let me know down below your opinions on it, because I think morally it's definitely a debate. Was he in the right? No. Do I think I would do the same thing? Yeah, probably. So that was a really interesting episode from that perspective. Like last episode with the racism, this episode with the child abuse, it's hitting some really important topics. So I'm hoping there's like a comedy episode coming up, because I know Supernatural do some comedic ones. I don't know if they do it so early on in the show, but yeah, I just want kind of a bit of a respite from like the really hard hitting issues. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was hard to watch at times, but the concept was really interesting. It was really great to see the twists and turns with Sam and the link between him and Max, and the parents both dying the same way. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see. I said it in another video, I'm going to say it in this one. I just realised from editing all these videos that I say I'm intrigued to see all the time. I don't think I ever said it before on YouTube, but I'm intrigued. If you don't do a drinking game, do every time I say I'm intrigued in a review. But I'm intrigued to see where that leads and what that means for Sam. Oh, and I'm really gutted because Sam and Dean, for the first 11 episodes, they were at odds because they were arguing and had difference of opinions about Dad. And then when Scarecrow happened, it was like they didn't agree, but at least they voiced their opinions, got it out, and had sort of built a bridge to a new relationship. But now I'm really nervous because Dean's not being honest that he's scared and worried, and it's clear in his eyes that he's not okay with what's happening, and he's not cool with Sam and the visions, and he is scared. Maybe for himself, because if it is the fact that this demon is going after people close to Sam, well, it got the mum, it got the girlfriend. The next one in the list logically is Dean. So maybe he's just scared for himself. Maybe he's scared for Sam as well. But I just want them to be happy. I want them to have a good relationship for a while. I know inevitably in 15 seasons they're going to have more fallouts and things like that, but just the fact that they only built the bridge kind of a few episodes ago, I am gutted that it's now got to this so quickly. Meh. I want them to be friends. But yeah, that was my opinion on Nightmare. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the episode and my review. And yeah, morally, where do you stand on the issues that it raised? Just let me know. Interesting. As always, guys, my name is Scott. I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. There's some videos to my right. If you like my content, please check out some of the other stuff. You might be interested in watching it. I don't know. Subscribe if you enjoyed this. It really does help the channel. I've got quite a full schedule at the moment, so I do what I can when I can, but I'd like to do it more often. So subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. I don't like kind of selling myself, but yeah, it really helps the channel. But yeah, let me know what you think of the episode in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Take care.